شباب قصف قصف يا شباب، خذونا على الهواء.
أنا بتمتع. خليك على الأرض، خليك على الأرض، خليك على الأرض.
قصف جديد يا شباب، قصف جديد ما بنهيئة الأركان خالص.
And our top focus this hour is on the volatile situation in Syria. The country's interim president, Ahmad Al-Sharaa, has denounced Israel's recent strikes in the country. In his first statement after days of clashes between the Druze military and Sunni Bedouin tribes in Sweda, Al-Sharaa said that Druze is an integral part of the country. Al-Sharaa claimed that the Israeli resorted to wide-scale targeting of civilian as well as government facilities that would have pushed matters to a large-scale escalation. He further added that the effective intervention of American, Arab and Turkish mediation that saved the region from an unknown fate. Israel launched airstrikes in the heart of Damascus, which was an escalation in a campaign that it said was intended to defend the Druze and push Islamic militants away from its border. Al-Sharaa said that Israel sought to break Syrian unity and turn the country into a theater of chaos, but added that Syrians were rejecting division.
We were faced with two choices: open war with Israel at the expense of our Druze community and Syria's stability, or allowing Druze leaders and elders to return to reason and prioritize national interest over those who seek to tarnish the reputation of the honorable people of the mountain. We do not fear war. We have spent our lives confronting challenges and defending our people, but we chose the path of Syrian interest over chaos and destruction.
A wave of Israeli strikes hit Syrian capital Damascus on Wednesday. The strikes hit next to Syrian presidential palace.
قصف جديد قصف جديد يا شباب، قصف جديد ما بنهيئة الأركان خالص.
The Israeli strikes also hit targets near the Syrian army and defense military headquarters as well. The strikes came as Israel warned the Ahmad Al-Sharaa-led government to leave the Druze minority alone in its Sweda heartland.
هذه دار دماتة باش بأزيك سردي منابت متى ميار تعال هون ميار ميار خليك على الأرض خليك على الأرض خليك على الأرض خليك على الأرض ميار خليك على الأرض ميار.
Video that has surfaced shows the very moment a reporter was caught by surprise during a live transmission on Wednesday when the strikes were carried out as Israeli jets struck the Ministry of Defense in the heart of Damascus. Several more loud explosions were heard as a team ran for cover.
شباب في عندنا قصف، شباب قصف قصف يا شباب، خذونا على الهواء. شباب قصف بسرعة يا شباب، قصف خذونا بسرعة 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 بسرعة.
إذا استهدافنا لنهاية الأركان بشكل كامل.
قصف ثاني.
The explosion in Damascus was captured live on air in another video that surfaced. The strikes in a high-profile area of Damascus housing important buildings can be seen engulfed in smoke after the Israeli strike on Wednesday. Hours after the strikes, Syria announced a new US-backed ceasefire. A Syrian Defense Ministry statement said that its army has begun withdrawing from the city of Sweda in an implementation of the terms of the adopted agreement after the end of the sweep of the city for outlaw groups. The statement, however, did not mention any withdrawal of other government security forces which it had deployed in the city. In fact, the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights Ward Monitor said that the violence in Sweda province had left more than 350 people dead, including government forces, local fighters and 27 Druze civilians who were killed in summary executions. The Syrian presidency has pledged to investigate the heinous acts in Sweda and punish all those proven to be involved. Parallelly, Israel, which has its own Druze community, has presented itself as a defender of the Druze minority group. However, many analysts say that this is a pretext for pursuing its own military goal of keeping Syrian government forces as far from the shared frontier as possible. Turkey, meanwhile, condemned Israel's strikes, saying that they undermine stability in the war-torn country and that the strikes must stop. According to a diplomatic source, Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan told his Syrian counterpart that Israel's strikes in southern Syria and Damascus were alarming. He even spoke with US Special Envoy for Syria, Tom Barak, on phone, saying that Israel's attacks on Syria and the clashes in the south must be stopped. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi also condemned the Israeli strikes, demanding an end to the unhinged aggression. Araghchi even said that the strikes were all too predictable, questioning which capital would be the target next. Announcing the new ceasefire on Wednesday, Syria's interior minister said that there would be a total and immediate halt to all military operations, as well as a formation of a panel which would comprise of government representatives and Druze spiritual leaders to supervise its implementation. Sheikh Yusuf Jarboua, who is one of Syria's main Druze spiritual leaders, read out the 10 points of the accord, which also includes the full integration of the province of Sweda into Syrian state. Until now, Druze areas have been controlled by fighters from the minority community. In fact, the clashes between the Bedouin and Druze that first prompted the government deployment were triggered by the kidnapping of a Druze vegetable merchant. The two groups have been at loggerheads for decades now.